It's time, Jarom, that we go 10-10 with the top 10 defensive players BYU will face this season.
10 lists in 10 weeks. It's Jarom 10 and 10.
Thumbs up, let's do this. Number 10, Andre Chasseray, cornerback, San Jose State. Chasseray had 14 passes broken up last season. That's really high. Number 1 in the Mountain West, 8th nationally. The Spartans were 19th in pass yards allowed. Watch out for Chasseray when BYU plays there this year.
Ask me if I'm worried about that game. Nope.
Number 9, Belen Levitt, safety, Utah State. Remember this guy? If he was still at BYU, he'd probably be a starter here, but he transferred to Logan. He's the leading returning tackler on the team and pickman despite missing 3 games last year.
Good for him.
Number 8, Dakota Dixon, safety, Wisconsin. Dixon had 4 picks, 4 breakups, 60 tackles on the back end of the Badger defense. Second leading returning tackler on the team on a good Wisconsin defense.
Yeah, is he even the best defensive player on that team?
He's not. Number 7, Chase Hansen, safety, Utah. The Lone Peak product had a team-high 90 tackles, 7.5 tackles for loss, 9 breakups, 4 fumble recoveries, 3 picks last year. Really good. He's the leader on the back end for an always disruptive Ute defense. However, Hansen is out for an unspecified amount of time with an unspecified injury. I guess I should have unspecified where I put him in here.
Number 7 is probably worthy. He's worthy of the hype. Really good player.
And who knows if he's going to play against BYU. We'll see. Number 6, David Mullah, linebacker, Boise State. 8.5 sacks last season to lead the Mountain West. Even Craig Thompson can appreciate that one. He had 1 against BYU, first team all-league.
You put Craig Thompson in there, so I stopped listening.
I always do. Number 5, TJ Edwards, linebacker, Wisconsin. Leading tackler on the nation's best scoring defense last season.
Hello.
3 sacks, 3 picks. He's as solid as they come out of Madison.
And he's not even the best defensive player on that team.
More on that in a moment. Number 4, Jelani Savai, linebacker, Hawaii. 129 tackles last season. That was 7th nationally, 7 sacks. 19.5 tackles for loss. That was top 15. This guy's all over the field. He played in 14 games. That helps the stats. But Savai is a baller.
Let me get this straight. His last name is Savai, and he plays for Hawaii.
Perfect, right?
Okay.
Number 3, Leo Lewis, the now sophomore at Mississippi State. 79 tackles as a freshman. 4.5 tackles for loss for Mississippi State last year. He is the Cowbells' leading returning tackler. 12 tackles against BYU in Pro Bowl. 7 solo.
Didn't he wear number 44 last year?
I don't remember what number he.
Yeah, either way, really good player.
Thank you for that question. Number 2, Lowell Lowney, defensive line, Utah. 2-time first-team All-Pac-12. Of course, you remember his older brother. Career 8.5 sacks, 18 tackles for loss guy. I think he's a first-round pick kind of guy when all is said and done in the NFL. Really tough nose tackle.
Oh, the Utes have another first-round defensive lineman pick? That's weird.
And the number 1 player BYU will play defensively next season, Arden Key, linebacker, LSU. First-round talent, led the SEC in sacks last year, 4th nationally in sacks per game. He had shoulder surgery in the spring. He missed spring. He has missed fall camp. He has yet to practice. His status is unknown for the BYU game, which is LSU's season opener. He's the number 1 guy on my list.
Okay, so I'm noticing this trend of players in your top 10 list. Like, we're not sure that some of these guys will even play against BYU, and you can add another to that list.
Okay, so Chase Hansen, Utah, we'll see. Injured, right? Arden Key, number 1 guy, injured. Jack Sitchie, this morning we learned, tore his ACL in practice for Wisconsin. He was number 3 on my list before the show. I took him out of the top 10 because he's out for the season.
He's done with a torn ACL.
That's a bummer for Wisconsin.
I feel awful for him. Senior, I'm gathering he will apply for a medical red shirt and come back next year. Just a tough break for Wisconsin.